Hello. Hi, how are you? Oh my god, what happened to my hair? Hi. Do you hear me okay? Is the audio good? Okay, let me say hi to everybody. I'm trying to coax my dog out. Let me say hi. Hello. Gigi, iCarmi, Pia, Cindy, Elizar, Beatrice, Jax, Bang Luna, Jasmine. Okay, my dog is here now. Come here. Here. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Say hi. Hi. Say hi. Tell them I need a haircut. I need to get groomed. I need to get groomed. Tell them. Okay. I was gonna say hi to everybody. Can I say hi? Can you lie down here? Hmm? Here. Is that okay? Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Hi everybody. No, there wasn't a live last Friday. I it was me who just messed up. I would have had I don't know, like in my head I thought I wasn't supposed to have a live. I just it just I guess with all the suites and all the bookings and stuff I forgot, but I apologize. I don't have any excuse. I really thought I wasn't supposed to have a live. I am so sorry. Um, but I didn't make an announcement. So at least I assume that some of you did not wait because I did not have any kind of announcement. Okay. Um, let's see here. How am I gonna do this? I kind of changed my setup and I don't like how my camera is actually positioned. Uh, which I will have to figure out later because we do need to just get on with our life. Okay. All right. So, okay. Hi. Say hi to everybody again. Kay, Gigi, iCarmi, Pia, Cindy, Elizar, Beatrice, Bang Luna, Jasmine Rose, Lily, Arlene, Alicia, Seven Purple Pearls, Arlene, Rhea, MLB, the real TFS, Carol, A. Brown, Dodger Girl, Nancy, Becky, Ruth, Helene, Iris, Neil Vanille, Hanako Grace, Ruth Fisher, Andy Big Night, Kemuning, EGX136, Arlise, Warren, Jax, Lydia, BJD, Beatrice, K, Anoka, Jean, BTS 7 plus 1, DJ Denz, Halinao. Do you want to go here? You want this? Okay. Want that? Okay. Seven Purple Pearls, Donna, Elaine, Hitomi, Shelling, MF722. Oh, welcome, MF722. Thank you for subscribing. Lindsay, Leah Warburton, Kathy, EJP, Letitia, Heather Lynn, Nerissa, Alicia, Gemini, Andy Big Night, Angel Star Evie. Evie is on Twitch. Abby Chimmy, Jin Fiddler, Hanako Grace, Lorraine, Ellie Reina. I was asking you last week, is it Lorena or Ellie Reina? Because I was assuming if it is LA Reina, you would make letter A uppercase. So I've always read it La Reina. Was that right? Rachel, Shelling, Icebox, Consuelo, PZ for 48128, MLB, Becky, Iris, Anne, A Brown, BTS 7 plus 1, Cindy, Ward, Beatrice, Abby, Gigi, 7 Purple Pearls, Gemini, Mycel, OT7, Frances, Z Arashi, um, Donna, Robin Carr. Oh, it's a lot of people here. Share Your Love, Taryn, Evie, Carol Faye. Evie's also on Twitch. Elizar, Darn, don't have a good connection. Dodger Girl also on Twitch. Angel Star on Twitch. Um, 31, Three Island Girls, Ophelia, Enigma Prize, Dodger Girl, Narisa, Maritz, Personal Space on Twitch, Ophelia, Michelle Santiago. I need a ticket, Michelle said. We have some tickets. Where do you want to go? Are you in our Patreon or Twitch, Discord? Jasmine, Mylin, Icebox, Wonder Human, Hanako Grace, okay. Reg Pear, Orchid, Jasmine, Sylvia, thank you, Makaya, Milani. You got a $10 from Makaya. You say hi. You say thank you. Say thank you. He's so into his zone right now. Portia, Carla Girl, Raquel, Leah. Okay, I think I've said hi to everybody. Danielle, Brissa, Leah, Rolanda, Maria, Robin Carr, Ophelia, Sil W, Bicro Cosmos, Ho11. I was on the wrong live. You were on the wrong live? Whose live were you on? Darwin exclamation point going replay have a bad connection. Okay, please hit the like button. BTS 7 plus 1. Okay, I think I've said hi to everybody. Michelle Santiago needs a ticket in Toronto. If there's anybody who has one, or if we have a place in the suite, did we get a suite in Toronto? If we have, please get in touch with Michelle. She said she is on Discord. What's your nickname on Discord? Okay, so as you know, last night, just a small, we have a lot to talk about. That is if I actually, okay, I think I uploaded the right slides, didn't I? Okay, so um, just a quick, we have a lot to talk about. So just a quick one. I started transferring the tickets for the suites last night. I did the first one. The first set was Becky. Thank you. I have been so nervous because I don't have my tickets yet. I'm sure you'll get to it, Becky. Yes, don't worry. I started transferring the very first set of the very first suite that we got, the 1006 for the 27th. So they got that except for a couple. And I sent them a message because I was confused with their instructions on where to send the tickets. So I was like, okay, might as well not do it if I'm confused. I'm still interested in the suite. Donna, are you the one that's emailing me? Okay, so email me if you guys need a suite. Okay, so and then I will continue after this live stream. Well, I'm gonna have to take him out for a short bathroom break after this live, and then I'm gonna continue sending the tickets. Suites in Toronto were unbelievably reasonable. Christina said, "I think we have something in Toronto, or someone was doing that, right? You have two lives going, Fairlane. I have what? How is that possible? Wait, I'm trying to figure out. So I'll get rid of the other one. So I am going to delete this because I'm assuming this is it. Delete forever. Okay. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I think I got rid of that one. Michelle Santiago, if possible, nosebleed. I'm in the process of more kind of broke. Sorry, Michelle said. I saw the two lives too. True, it was advertised two separate times. People were waiting there. Ah, I am so sorry. Why will they create two? That is so odd. Very, very odd. Okay, so fairly what a great group of people you surround yourself with. They are pretty great. They are pretty. I have to say, they're pretty great. I don't know what I did to do. I probably saved the nation or something in my past lives. I really am surrounded by good people. That is true. That is true. I am not going to contest that. Wait a minute. Okay, there you go. Um, maybe YouTube glitch. Maybe, but it's so odd. I only saw one. Okay. So yes, a lot of the people that are actually helping in that channel, they're not um they're they're just volunteering their time. So it's they don't get anything out of it. We pass on the sweets at cost. So there's not they lose more because they're spending their time doing all of that. So they are, and then they're not getting anything in return. So it's purely a labor of love. It's just in the interest of helping other armies, um, like get a chance to enjoy. You know, armies that are not able to compete with the tickets. It's so tough to compete with tickets. I wasn't able to get. I was only able to get two of the ones that I wanted, two venues of the ones that I wanted. So, and I've been doing this for a long time, so I still couldn't. It's just tough. So, if you don't have anybody helping you, there's a lot of armies who are really, really enjoying BTS for their music that won't be able to enjoy it. So, thank you to everybody that's been in that community. Sylvia Bangluna was actually the one who first introduced the idea of getting a suite for us, and that started with J Hope, I believe, and then Jin. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of we're learning. I was actually telling everybody that I think we can do like a side gig where we organize fans for their concert. I think we're experts now. At this stage we kind of know what to do. We should do this as a side gig. August 22, Toronto, or someone is looking for tickets for Toronto. Can you, for the Toronto people here, can you please respond to her? I'm not on a, like I'm not playing point on Toronto, but someone is. Yeah, Bang Luna, and then Amy, Cohen, Sylvia, Barbara, Kelly. Who else are the ones that Pinoy Yonce was the one who first helped me set up some stuff in on Discord. Who else are there? I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of people. And then there's someone who's helping me like create threads and stuff, you know. So thank you to everybody. Um, there's a lot. Even Woodsy, who's I think new to the community, but she helped out like answering questions of people that are there. She's like, you know, and as I've said, these people aren't getting paid to do this. They're just helping people. Like if somebody is there asking questions, they respond. So I'm so grateful because it's just impossible for me to maintain it at this stage because there's so many in there. Okay, I always had 30,000 in queue. Oh my gosh. So I think at one point I was able to secure a ticket for September 1 uh for LA, and then I went to another day because I was so scared. I was too scared to open another tab because I've heard of the horror stories where Ticketmaster will just kick them out, even if they're queuing up for another day. So I was like, I'm not going to risk it. I want September 1 because that's Jungkook's birthday. So this is the only one I'm going to queue up for. So I did that. After I got my ticket, I was able to, and I went to the last day of LA concert, sold out. By the time that I got in, it was absolutely sold out. It was less than 20 minutes. So this narrative that it took BTS 20 minutes to sell out, no, it was less than 20. I was in the second and I was gone. Um Another tap. Yeah. So I heard that. You can do another tab, but different date. But I was so scared because there were some people who were getting kicked out even though they were in a different date. They would see the notice from Ticketmaster. I'm sorry, baby. They were getting when I stopped scratching his ear. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Stuff. Okay, all right. And so I did not. I didn't open. I just said I'm gonna get with this one ticket that I really want, and then I'll just take my chances for the others. And so I went to the last day because I wanted the first and the last date, all sold out. And so I went to StubHub, and my gosh, I got my floor ticket for 800, I think, less than 800, and for September 1. But for the last day, they were selling floor ticket for up to 17,000, and then and then 100 level for 3,000, because I wanted to be front and center. I mean, if I'm going to I wanted to be front and center. But it was like 3,400 level tickets, C level tickets. And I was like, um I was like, "No." I what the hell is this? So, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I do want, yeah, 1,700. If you go to StubHub, they're selling floor tickets for 1,700 for 17,000. And I'm like, What are you number 1, Ticketmaster won't allow the transfer of VIP unless you go through hoops. There's a way, but you're going to have to go through hoops. And I doubt these people, because you do need the ID of the person, and I doubt they're going to give you their ID because they want to remain anonymous. So that it's just they sold tickets up to 360. See, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So obviously, I mean, I hope BTS is going to add at least 2 more dates for LA. um, so this is one of the things we're going to be talking about. Even the president of Mexico got involved. She wanted more dates for Mexico because you know what happened to Mexico, right? So it was just, I don't know what to do. So even for Goyang, um, I bought a ticket. I don't even know where I'm going to be sitting. I'll probably be sitting in the toilet or something. I don't know. It's just the first ticket that I saw. I clicked and I bought. And I told my niece about it. I said, "Is that really how it goes? Because it goes so fast." And she said, "Yeah, you can't choose. Whatever fate gives you is what you're gonna get." So I got tickets for Goyang. I don't know where I'm gonna be sitting. I might be sitting in the toilet. I don't know, or the roof, whatever. It's just- my niece was like, "Are you sure you got tickets for BTS?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was BTS. I don't know where I'm sitting though. Okay, so congrats on getting ticket for September. I was so blessed to get August 15th ticket on Texas, but now happy with my but not happy. Nice to know StubHub is legitimate. They are legit, but the selling price is just ridiculous. And because it is outside of Ticketmaster, or at least as it may appear, they're not connected to Ticketmaster. Um I'm so sad for Mexican armies. I hope they get it all figured out because it's rampant. um, so let's see what's going to happen. Okay. So I only got one day. That I only got day one for the Goyang. Yeah. Me too. Just day one. I'm trying to get one more. So let's see what's gonna happen. Fans should stand firm and not buy. I hope they have the heart to not buy it. I hope so. I really do hope so. Let's see what the government is gonna do. The Mexican government needs to address the resellers and Ticketmaster shady tactics, selling it to them before pre-sale. I hope so. It could also be a case, the same case as what happened with SoFi before. So in Permission to Dance, I think I've mentioned this to everybody. In Permission to Dance LA, I guess Big Hit wasn't aware of the members, stadium members game at that time. So they didn't really put any restriction. So basically what happened was that they allowed everybody to just buy tickets during pre-sale, and they did not put a limit, and it was sold out even before pre-sale. So just for the members of, there were some that were released during pre-sale, but there weren't many. But majority were scooped up by the stadium members, and so they were selling it for like 10,000, 2,000. It was so unfair because they're not fans, so um after that, in Allegiant is when they actually put a like a stop, not a stop, but like a limit as to how much they're gonna be, um the stadium members can actually buy. So I think that could have happened. There's some sort of a membership in that stadium, and the members actually scooped it up. So I hope they get it all figured out. I mean, and I hope they get more dates, because there were at least according to their president, there were a million people trying to get tickets, a million fans, and that was just for pre-sale, and only 150 were available. They also don't have a very big venue for BTS. So I hope they get it all figured out. I was so happy there was no dynamic pricing. I'm happy as well. I heard that Baltimore had the same issues with the stadium members bought first. That's also what I heard. So I guess they did not put I hope that they put a limit to that. As long as Ticketmaster a monopoly, there won't be a solution to this problem. I agree. I agree. Agree, agree, agree. When do you think Ticketmaster will open resale of tickets? They usually do it several days after. I am hoping that BTS set a condition that they will not allow, um, that they're not going to allow reselling at more than 15%. I think is the rule that they're going to be setting it for. So you can resell it, but it's like no more than 15% more than the face value. NFL season ticket holders got access to tickets before pre-sale. Many buy for resale only. Yeah, there's some stadium members, correct. Live Nation and Ticketmaster monopolized to concerts all across the world, and they're continue doing it. They're continuing to do it. In fact, they've already bought some interest in the Thailand venue, the biggest arena or stadium in Thailand. They have an interest in this in a stadium that's being built in South Korea. So they're doing that. They are they also have one, I think not Singapore. I want to say Taiwan, probably not Taiwan, but there's another Asian country where they bought an interest in the biggest stadium. So great to see they turned off dynamic pricing now to regulate reseller. Why was not the pre-sale for season ticket owners disclosed? It's just a standard. It's a discretion of the, not really the discretion, but it's a standard thing that when you become a member of the stadium, because when you're a member of the stadium, you buy a certain number of tickets per season, guaranteed. So, for example, you buy 20 tickets, or you buy a suite, not buy, but rent for a year, the suite. And so you have that, use it or not, you have that for the entire season. And so a part of that privilege would be that they get the first dibs on concert tickets. Any concert being held in that stadium, they'll have the first dibs on that, because the stadium is actually owned by the sports team, owned quote unquote by the sports team. Now, Harry style fans are with Army because his concerts are coming up, and they also are asking for transparency. I think the issue won't die so easy. Rich people always have a way of getting a better deal. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about. But they don't rent it for concert. The rent is for home games. They actually, so I believe there are contracts that um they're kind of, it's because they use it for practice as well. They use the stadium for, it's like their home. So they're sort of renting it as their home. And then there's just, so whenever there are events, because it is their quote unquote home, then they get first dibs on certain things. Because yeah, because it's not like they only go there during the game. They That's where they practice. So so meetings, that's where they do it. All of those things. I think it's a clause so Live Nation can rent the stadium. They have a partnership. It's not just like regular renting. Because do remember, this is like an entire operation on its own. For Live Nation, which is Ticketmaster, when you're buying tickets there, they track the seats and all of that. For that to happen, two sides will have to connect to each other, right? On like technically connect to each other so that the ticket master knows that there's this seat, there's that seat, and whatever. So it's not like they can do that only when there is an event. The connection has to be permanent. And so, yeah, the connection has to be permanent. I think it's a clause. So, like, okay, I don't mean the team. I mean the people that rent the suites for again. Correct. Yes, yes, yes. They rent it for. They rent the suites for the entire year. So whenever there is an event, they get first dibs. They can rent out their own suites. Practices are done in different practice grounds and team earn from concerts. No, like for example, not necessarily. No, like LA Dodgers will always have their practice in the Dodger Stadium. Rams will always have a practice in SoFi. So they rent it for an entire year. It's like they're home for a year. They have their dugouts and all of those stuff. So it's not always the case. Um, are we ready? Wow, this whole thing is giving me anxiety for ticketing in Australia. We only have 4 shows for the Southern Hemisphere. Well, let's hope that they're going to add more. Um, I mean, the demand is there for sure, and this schedule is grueling in their bodies for sure, that's making me think that they will not do a tour for a while, for a bit, because they need to rest. It's just it's just a lot of I think it's just going to really punish their body. I mean, it's going to take a toll on their body, and I think they're going to rest for a bit before they do another tour. So I'm hoping that they're just going to do as much as they could, knowing that it might be a while before they do it again. Jazz question: are the fans trying to wear out BTS members to add more cities? Are we not thinking of their health? Oh, definitely, we always are. I mean, if there's anything that you can fault fans for, is that we're always like overprotective of them, right? But I think one of the things that they have learned to do, or they have decided to do for this tour, is that they are putting gaps in between more days. Sometimes there are weeks where they have no shows. I'm assuming they're also going to work on other things during those weeks. But they have learned to pace out their buddies now. And they've said that during the live stream. They said that the reason there are sometimes there are weeks in between stops is to allow their body to recover. So taking that into consideration, if they could do more, if they could extend this to 18 months instead of 10 months, then still allow their bodies to recover, do other things in between the stops, then that would be great. And that's also why I said in the last live stream that I had that I think one of the plans is for them to do other things, not live stream, but I did it in in a video. If you want to check it out. So it's predictions during the tour. I think one of the things that they want to do is turn their attention on other projects in between the stops, because if you're doing the same thing over and over again for 18 months, for 10 months, I don't think it's going to be, or more than a year actually, I don't think it's going to be healthy for them mentally, emotionally, and creatively. I think especially for the type of people and artists that they are. So I think one of the reasons, and this is just me guessing, I'm not an insider of Hype or Big Hit, but I think one of the things that they did consider is that they would want to do other things during the tour. We've seen, if you've watched any of their documentaries, in the past, you would see the toll in their body because they were having a show every weekend. So they would fly during the week to another state or another country and then do a three show. They'll do 3 shows consecutively, and it's not healthy. We've seen that. We've seen how that took a toll in their body. So we're the hope, and it seems that they know that they do need to pace it out. They need to put a gap in between the stops, allow their body to recover. And also, they're in their 30s, except for Jungkook. They're all in their 30s. So it changes. The way that you recover is different now from before. So no, not necessarily that we're asking them to punish their body more. I think what fans are saying is that if you can just do a show, we'll wait. If it takes 2 years, then it takes 2 years. So let's see what they're going to do. I know for sure that it's gonna, after this tour, it's gonna take a while before they come together again to do a tour because their bodies are different now. So um I saw someone say they might actually add a lot of shows throughout 2027. That's going to be really hard on them. If they pace out their schedules right, then I think that'll be okay for them. And they know it. I'm sure they're not going to do it. I don't think they're running out of money. So I'm sure they're not going to do it if they don't want to. But also, let us not let's not censor fans from expressing their desire, right? Because we have the tendency to sort of tell people, don't say that. Like, let people express themselves. It's not that they're requiring BTS to do it, they're just expressing their desire. So, for as long as we are all aware that our desire, our want, and our wants and our wishes have nothing to do with the reality and obligation of BTS, I think that's fine. Let them express it. That only it adds to the marketing, right? Then people know, like the media knows, and everyone. Which marketing is very important. They know that, oh, there's still demand. People are still talking about it. They're still clamoring for BTS after what, 84 shows. They're still clamoring for BTS. So that means they're really big. So I think that's healthy for as long as we're not requiring them. That is totally fine. How did Taylor did 140 plus shows in 2 years? I know it's not the same kind of show, but still, this puts a perception. Well, you got it. It's a different type of show. She doesn't really dance the way BTS does, right? So there's a lot of songs where she's just standing and playing the guitar, which is no less grueling in her body. But if they do a live stream of one of their free concerts, then I think I will satisfy most fans. Could be. I mean, I think they plan on doing a live stream for the Gwanghwamun. Elton John did 380 shows, but it was over 3 years. It's also a different kind of show. Um, BTS is just different because they dance. That's a lot to ask for. Okay. Um, so let's talk about this. Is a warning. One army actually shared her experience. She just wants to help other armies not to suffer the same fate as she did. She got scammed. So what happened was that she was buying something from, I guess, someone online. I don't know if it was Facebook or whatever. And I did not censor her name because she did not, and her profile is public. So I'm assuming that she's probably open to answering questions from other armies who may have inquiries based on in relation to her experience. So I think it's a good share because we're gonna learn from it. Um, free, I think free. Yeah, the Gwanghwamun is going to be free. I heard, and not I heard, but they actually announced it's going to be free. But they're going to live stream it. Okay. So okay, going back. So this she shared, and I think it's a good share because we're gonna be learning from it. So I did not censor her name. And she also made her profile public. So according to her, she bought regular price tickets from someone. So they didn't hike up the price. She was like, okay, you're not putting any price on it, you're not marking it up. I'm gonna buy that. And she bought 4 tickets. So she sent the payments, and right after that, she received a notification that looks exactly like how you will get a notification from Ticketmaster when someone is sending you tickets. If you've bought a ticket before, or if someone have sent you a ticket before, you would know how it looks like. It looks like that, right? It's on the screen right now. So she got this notification, looks totally legit based on the layout. She clicked claim because you will have to accept the ticket when someone is giving you the ticket, right? You're going to have to accept the ticket. So she did that. She clicked accept. And after she clicked accept, it blocked her. It not blocked her, but it's gave her a notification saying something like, you can get the ticket right now. If you want, we need you to verify your information and we need you to pay. And so that, when, for her, that was when the red flag started, because she was being asked to pay. But later on, we'll realize that the red flag should have started from the very beginning. So, she was asking people online, because at this stage, when the notification was asking her for payment, for her to receive the ticket she already paid for, by the way, she was like, is this normal? Why am I going to provide my information, and why am I going to have to pay again just to accept it from Ticketmaster? And so I guess the other person, the seller, was telling her, well, that's like like a Ticketmaster thing. Like, we don't have anything to do with that. You're just gonna have to pay if you want to accept. On our end, we're sending it to you for you to accept. You're just gonna have to pay. And so she didn't. She didn't pay. Of course, she already paid the original price that she was being quoted for. But for this one, the second payment, she didn't pay. Now, later on, she realized that the email it was being sent to was not at Ticketmaster. You know how at the end it says Ticketmaster, right? At ticketmaster.com. So, for example, ticket at ticketmaster.com or something like that. She realized that it says Ticketmaster at ticketsales.com, something like that. So, I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Like, email dot ticketmaster at authtickets.com. Sorry, dot online. That was the address it was being sent to. And that's where she got her first red flag. She realized, oh wait, this is not right, because it's supposed to come from Ticketmaster. And so, of course, there were some rude people. This girl just wants to get tickets, and she made a mistake. She wasn't careful. She was trying to rush. She really wants to get the ticket. And so, some people were trying to be helpful. It's like, you've already lost your money, cut your losses, and don't pay that, because it's not real. There's no amount of paying can get you those tickets, because they don't have it. It's fake. And then there are some rude people telling her like, "Oh, you're stupid. You should have not blah blah blah. You know that there is no reselling and stuff like that." And she, as I've said, she made a mistake. She knows that. She was careless. She was too eager to get those tickets, and that's what happened. So, um, lesson to everybody: whenever if you're going to buy a resale from a person, if it's P2P, make sure that you're actually getting an email from Ticketmaster that it is an official ticket. Next is that I would just say, if you're in doubt, just don't. I mean, if you're going to buy a resale, just buy from Ticketmaster. They are going to release some of that, um, but just don't buy from someone you don't know anything about. Just, it's not safe. Cut your losses. Bring back that's another thing. I think if they bring back the box office, it's going to be better. But it was a mistake. She got scammed. Thank you for sharing to our community, as we can learn from this. I know, it's just that I hope, people like this, they're already sharing. Of course, it's you don't you've all- we've all been fooled at one point in our lives, whether it's about tickets or something else. It's humiliating to just admit it to yourself. Don't rub it on other people's faces. They already are admitting they made a mistake, and they're trying to share it so that the others will benefit from the lessons that they paid. So I hope that we at least are grateful that they're sharing it. So please be a bit more compassionate to these people. Okay. um my dog is okay. All right. So, just some of the records that BTS have already broken. So there were some talks. So these are some 44 shows have already gone on sale, and 44 shows are already. Um, I wonder if I can, give me 1 second. Let me see here. I'm trying to show you something. Give me something. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to show you how it looks like right now because there were some issues about the pre-sale. Um, okay, maybe it's going to upload while I'm talking. So, okay, so go back here. They say they can increase the price a maximum of 15%. Don't know how true that is. Yeah, that's what they said. Let's see. Fairlane, what's your take on some army calling people? What's your take on some army calling people? What do you mean? Yes, they do, but many scammers use email that looks so close and very tricky. Ophelia, hi, yes, I'm still around here on the live stream. I'll be back on Patreon eventually. Okay, so let's see here. So uh 44 dates have gone on sale so far. Everything, I'm trying to show that to you. Everything is sold out. Every single venue is sold out. Now, I'm sure that there are going to be some tickets that will be resold. And I guess lucky for those that don't have tickets yet, this is your chance to get it from a legitimate source, right? So I hope that if people are going to resell some of their tickets, they'll do it on Ticketmaster. So BTS is set to sell the most tickets in Allegiant history for a tour as per a 360-degree show. So they will also become the act with the most number of shows in Allegiant. So that this will make the coming one is going to make it 8. So they've had 8 shows in Allegiant. You have the permission to dance on stage, their semi-residency, and then another semi-residency right here with Arirang. So no other act has done that many in Allegiant. So I think the capacity is 90,000. If you for a 360 it's 90,000, so pushing it to, or 85 or something like that, so pushing it to a 360 where they have an audience can go up to about 95,000, um or maybe even 100,000. Okay, so that they're set to do that right now. They are right now they've sold out. All Allegiant shows have been sold out. The same way for Permission to Dance, all of their Allegiant shows have been sold out. So that's one record that they have. So congratulations to us. Now I did some math computation for the 44 shows that have gone on sale already. So right now we know that it is a 360 stage plus people on the ground. So I took that into consideration and I computed on an average how many tickets per venue. It's definitely more than 60. They have smaller venues. For example, Goyang is about, I don't know, 50,000, something like that. So they have that, which is probably their smallest venue. And then they have, I think the Mexico one is 50,000. So that's a little smaller. But then they have venues with 100,000, 90,000. So it's definitely their average is more than 60,000 per venue. Now, I looked at and this is in no way scientific, so it's more an estimate for me. So cheapest standard admission ticket was like 70, and this is nosebleed tickets. I saw this in Soldiers Field in Chicago. In Gillette, I think there was like 98, 95, or like a little less than 100. Um, those are the nosebleed tickets. And then they do have a mid tier, which ranges between 150 to $400. So so that would that would be that's your like two 200, I guess. That would be 200. And then do you want to go down, baby? Okay, I think he wants to go down. Let's say bye to my viewers. Say bye bye. Bye bye. Say I will see you in Allegiant. I will see you in Allegiant. I'll be there. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Okay. Thank you, Jazzy. Truth Warrior Jazzy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so I like being conservative when it comes to estimates like this, and that's how it should be when you're providing sales estimate and stuff like that. You should provide the low range, mid range, and then the high range. Okay, so mid tier, eyeballing this thing, I saw 150 to $400, and then floor tickets would be 180, $800. And then we'll see you in Allegiant D1 Fair. I'll be there all days. I'll be watching all days. Okay. So and then VIP soundcheck package would be anywhere between 700 to a grand. So that's based on my eyeballs when I check the ticket prices. And so that being said, this is your estimate. So there are 44 shows, right? 44 shows. So if the average ticket number would be 65, they've already sold 2.86 million. It's more than 65. If we assume 75,000 is the average, they've sold 3.3 million tickets so far. And this is just 44 venues. We have a lot to go on. And then if you go 80,000 average ticket number for average number of tickets per venue, then you will land at 3.52 million tickets already sold for 44 shows. If you go 85,000 per ticket per venue, average, then you will land at 3.740 million tickets sold. But if you go 90, which is the estimate of one of my advertising friends, and hers is a little bit more scientific than mine. It's 3.96 million tickets. So I usually like going very conservative. I'll probably go 3.5, 3.7, 3.3 to 3.5. Sorry, that will probably be my range just to be safe. But this is your average number of tickets. So they are definitely approaching 4 million. I guess one more venue and they're there. And then they add if the rest goes on sale, like Busan goes on sale, um if they add more dates in Latin America and of course the rest of Asia, then there'll probably be more. Okay, there's a lot more that are not yet see here. There's a lot more that's not on sale. They have so far 83 dates and they've only gone on they've only there are only 44 dates that have gone on sale. Okay, let's look at their updates. Add a scene, media, and they have the same screen. Let's do artist big hit, I think is where you should be. Okay. So Tokyo is not available yet. Busan is not available yet. Bogota, Lima, Santiago, Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo, Kaohsiung, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Jakarta. I might try Singapore. Jakarta, Melbourne. December is kind of like okay. Melbourne, Sydney, Hong Kong, Manila, March. So the reason I want to try for Singapore, I do plan to visit family in the Philippines in December. So I was thinking if they're going to be in Singapore December 19, 20, might as well swing by. Make that my Christmas gift for myself. So that that's probably what I'm going to do or maybe even Jakarta, Indonesia. Let's see or Melbourne. Wait a minute. Do I need Sydney, Australia, and Melbourne? Do I need visa if you do, right? If you're a US passport holder. Okay. I wonder how are they going to spin this to take away credit from BTS? Oh, they will for sure, for sure. I can tell you already how they're going to do it. But so I mean, just with all of those dates, you're probably going to be approaching 6 million. So let's see. But right now we are at 3.73, 3.5 is where I'll put it right in the middle. 3.5. That's what I'm going to be assuming. Okay, 3.5 million tickets sold. Now, at an average ticket price of 150, because you know I like going conservative, even though I already presented to you that they're more likely averaging 200 rather than 150. But again, because I just like going conservative. So if the average ticket price is 150 at 3.7 million, they've already grossed $654 million. Okay. They haven't done anything yet. BTS themselves, it's just Big Hit that have done a lot of things. But for now, BTS have not done anything yet and they've already earned 654 million. That money is still with Ticketmaster, it's still not with them. It will not be sent to BTS, to Big Hit, until the concert is over. So 654 million if they sold 3.74 million tickets. If they sold lower, 3.52 million, they've earned 528 million, which is still a lot because there's just no way in hell you can earn that much in a lifetime. I won't earn that much in a lifetime. Okay. So that's where we're at. And then if we increase the ticket price, the average ticket price to 175, which is where I'll probably be, I'll assume that. Then if they sold 3.52 million tickets, then they've earned 616. If they've sold 3.74 million tickets, then they've earned 654 million. Okay. Now, if you go by what my friends say is more realistic, which is an average ticket price of 200, you will be at least 700 million. If they sold 3.52 million tickets, that's 704 million. And then if they sold 3.74 million tickets, then that would be 748 million. That's your gross. Now, if you want to go a little higher and assume that they've sold 3.96 million, then they are very close to 800 million. So 1 billion, it's a walk in the park for sure. With the rest of the venues, even if they don't add a single venue anymore, 1 billion is a walk in the park. 1.22 1.25 billion is probably what the discussion is going to be if they sold out the rest of this tour, which they will. And if they don't add anymore, if they add more, then 1.25 is very realistic. So that's where we're at in terms of the gross estimate of their current concert. Okay. I have some questions here. US passport holders entering Australia need an ETA, a valid passport, and may pay small visa or service fees. But Christmas, wait a minute. Christmas in Australia is summer, right? Summer. Is it humid? How does one discredit BTS? How would that thought process even work? I'll let you know. I will tell you how they're going to discredit BTS. I'll tell you in a bit. Okay. Now, if you go by average ticket, let's just say 225 is the average ticket price, which is really not impossible with the kind of pricing that they have right now. If had they sold 3.52 million tickets, then that's 792 million. If they sold 374 million tickets, then that would be 841 million. So, and if you want to go push it further, make it more, 800, so very close to 900 million. So as I've said, 1 billion is at this point a walk in the park. And as for my friend, her estimate is more like 200, 225, probably 250. So my estimate is the more conservative one. So my 175 is where I'm at. If I am going to present an estimate, for example, if I'm like the sales whatever, the data analyst of BTS, this is the estimate that I will present to them. $175 to $200 average ticket price. That's my estimate that I'll present to them. So that if I exceed that, then I'm a good girl. Okay. Uh all right. And then if you go $250, then yeah, you're right there. You are right there. 935. That's one more. That's one and a half more venues, and you're there. So, okay. So Latin America and Asia is cheaper than the US. That's why I also think an average of 200. Okay. The Australian concerts are summer concerts, not humid, a dry, very hot heat. And today is 43 degrees, around 110 in Melbourne. So take that in mind. It's crazy hot here around this time. It's a great place to visit, though, Melbourne. I know. I just don't want to visit when it's hot. You know how I am when it's hot. Okay, 275 average ticket, then you're at 1 billion. Basically, if the average ticket price is 275, then you are at 1 billion, and then 3.52 million, 968 mil. That's practically 1 billion. If that's the average ticket price. But remember, this estimate that I'm talking about is primarily Europe and North America. So of the 44 that went on sale, that majority of that would be North America. So if somebody tells me, Lady Pink, thank you. I do hope you come to Melbourne. It will be lovely to meet you. However, I'm quietly terrified about getting tickets. Don't be. Let's fight. We do have every season in a week, but Melbourne's heat isn't for the week. Ah, no, I can't. Although I can bear Singapore. I can bear Singapore. How much of that goes to the guys? About 30%. I've explained many times that 30% before. I'll briefly explain it. But okay, so 275 tickets. So the estimate that I'm providing you is just for the 44 dates that have been sold, not the rest of the tour. Now, the rest of the tour, for example, if the majority of that is Asia, then that could pull the average price down. But the one that I'm presenting to you is North America. So the 275 is very much possible. But as I've said, I'm not. I would still say 150, 175, 200. That will be my range. And that's very visible, the viable. The 150, 175 is very, very viable. 275 tickets for the nosebleeds at Rogers Stadium plus Ticketmaster fee. Okay, so Melbourne is very different heat to Singapore. So okay, so 300 if you want to push it further, 1.122 billion if they sold 3.74 million, and then 1.056 billion if they sold 3.52 million. I don't think Hybe is going to, or Big Hit is going to come out with the exact estimate. That is probably not going to come until later, and I don't think they're going to break it down per venue. I will do that though. Once that I've sent all the tickets and I've sent all the refunds to you people, then I'm going to start actually doing this. I'll do a venue per venue computation as to how many tickets there were in every venue. Then we'll have a little closer to reality. I'll ask help from my friends as well because they are in that industry. Um, any suites available at the Aussie Stadium? Not yet. Who's going to? We haven't assigned anybody yet. Who's going to the free live concert? Oh, that's a good question. There are some people here that actually said that they booked for that event. Um, I could have sworn I've read on TM page before going into the queue that the tickets were supposed to be priced from 87 to 70.75 deal made by Ticketmaster and Hybe. Yes. Yes. But then you can't take that number and just average it, because you need to take into consideration how many tickets were on sale for 87, for example, and how many tickets were for sale for 100, and how many tickets were for sale for 775. You can't just say, okay, let's go right in the middle, and that's the average price. You have to take into consideration the number of tickets sold at that price point. That's how you're going to get a more accurate way of averaging. Okay. Now, so of course, I'm very, very happy for the boys. Now, someone asked, like, how much of that goes to the boys? Um, right around 30%, probably 40. So how is that computed? The first time I've heard of that, I'm sure a lot of the people here have heard this. I've said this many times before, but just for the new people here, I've heard this said many times before by celebrities. The first time it actually stuck was when Eminem, who's one of my favorite rappers of all time, mentioned about him realizing later on in his career that he's only taking home about 30% of everything that he's earned, he said. And he was like shocked to realize that in the beginning. He was like, oh my God, like I am working for other people because I'm only taking home 30%. But then his business managers sat him down and said, okay, let's go through the math of how you're actually earning this. So remember, so oh sorry, before I get there. So after that, I he when I moved here, one of the part-time work that I did was to actually file. I work for an accounting firm. They work for many Hollywood celebrities, um, and so I became familiar in how they do. I Of course they did not disclose any of the documents to me. I just file, literally just file. But then hanging around them, you kind of hear about this and that, and so that's how I got a wind of the average. They usually get 30%. Anywhere it could be, if you're really really good, then you'll probably get like 40, but that's very very rare. That's more an exception than it is the rule. um, so that's how I learned about the 30%. And then recently, it was Ticketmaster who actually publicly said that their artists on their platform actually get more than 30% of what a song earns. So that's kind of like the closest, I guess, you guys will have an access to that information. This is pretty recent, and he said it publicly. Okay. Now, there's a lot of holes in that. I'm sure someone, a statistician, can come here, or even just like a mildly intelligent person can come here and tell me, well, that is just for that's just for Spotify. It doesn't apply to everybody. And I will say, yes, I agree. So that specific statement of the CEO of Spotify only applies to Spotify. Okay. But because of all the things that I've heard before and the knowledge that I have gained from my work, then I kind of know that that's usually the range. In my interview with the lawyer, Ken, who's also a manager of different celebrities, he also affirmed that it is right around 30%. And he said, if you're really, really good, you don't have a lot of production people around you, you're probably gonna do 40, and that would be decent, way more decent than. I hope I answered that as to where that information came from. Now, going back to how that came about. So remember, right off the bat, this is gross. The easiest you can take out would be taxes and fees. Easy 20%, right? Easy. Do you agree with me? 100, for example, for $100, you earn $100. Easy, 20% goes taxes and fees. It's actually more. It's actually more. But let's just say 20%. So your $100 is down to 80. Okay. You have agents, people to pay, Ticketmaster fee. Let's just say another 20 just for commissions of people, Ticketmaster, the platform, whatever. Of course, Big Hit, they need to pay Big Hit their cut. Okay. Let's just say another 20. It's not, it's usually more. But let's just say that. Let's just say for the sake of this discussion, Ticketmaster takes 10%, Big Hit takes 10%, so that's another 20. So your 100 down to 80 is now down to 60. Okay, you need to pay the venue. You need to pay people, insurance, um, production cost, lights, all of those things. Another 20%, right? I think that's pretty safe, right? So you take out, so you're 80, 60, and now you're down to 40. Easy. Now, as I've said, I underestimated a lot of things. Taxes is not just 20%. Taxes and fees is not just 20%. You have insurances, the cost of setting up this thing. Wow. And if it is a stadium tour, you're probably not going to be renting the place for just one day. Well, it depends on your setup, but for this one, it's a 360 stage. So it's probably not just you're renting the place for at least one more day before the actual show to set up. So, just even if you don't know anything about the entertainment industry, no previous knowledge whatsoever, you just take into consideration all of those things. You'll be safe to land at 30 to 40%. Okay. 20% taxes, commissions, another 20%. That includes Big Hit, Ticketmaster, whoever. And then you have your production fees, another 20%. So your 60 of the $100, your 60 is gone. out the window already for expenses and whatever. So you're left with 40%. Okay. So if for in that 100, so the $40 gets split 7 ways for the 7 boys. That's where you're at. Okay. And then they'll split that, and then the taxation, the tax bracket for South Korea, they land in the top one. So they pay 49% of their earnings to the government. So there you go. It's tough being successful. Okay. Do you have questions? R7 are working for peanuts compared to what all others pull out of the revenue. I heard Roger sold out in 10 minutes, but SeatGeek somehow has many tickets. You need what was that? You just need online visas for New Zealand or Australia. Very easy. Did anyone buy ticket insurance at the time of payment? I did not, because I'm going to use that ticket. Okay. So, um, oh, my camera is shaking. So I can't move. This is disadvantage. So I changed my setting. I'm realizing that that's one of the disadvantage of setting up. So I did not put it on a tripod. I put it on a gooseneck that holds the camera. So I think that's not good. I'll change that. Okay. Where am I? Okay, pending confirmation. This is pending confirmation from the venue itself. But it seems that BTS actually sold out Allegiant in less than 20 minutes. As I've said, because on the day of the general sale, I tried going from one place to another. It was less than 20 minutes. So they sold out 4 nights in Allegiant in under 20 minutes, I'm pretty sure. But they said 23. So, okay, let's go with 23. So that is the record right now. That is why they need that this is why they need those sponsorships and merch sales. Okay, so I think one of the fun things to do, a venue covers their staff, correct? A venue covers their staff and security, etc. Management covers booking, travel plans, and their own staff, like their own staff, like the stylist, they cover that. um their production director, they cover that, musical director, front of house, engineers, all of that. That is from Big Hit. They're the ones that are paying for that. 40 something percent in taxes is crazy. 49% for top earners. Okay. Um it's shaking. I hate it. I did not realize this. That's one of the okay. I will change the setup again. Okay. BTS World Tour Shake. So I think one of the most fun that I've been encountering is a lot of these articles talking about the economic impact of BTS. The things that people are doing. As you know, presidents of countries have already gotten involved in this concert. It's crazy. They're calling each other just to get BTS in their country or add more dates into their concert. So, according to hotels.com, if you want to read that exact article, I got all of this information that I'm going to be discussing from this article. But according to hotels.com, within 48 hours of the tour announcement, just the tour announcement itself, overseas searches for trips to Seoul jump 155%. Searches for Busan, unbelievable, 2,375. 2,375% it went up. So people are going to Busan. So I haven't booked mine. I've decided I'm going to try, and let's see what's going to happen. But I don't know where I'm going to be staying. So I'm going to have to be creative. I think at this stage, if I ever try to get into Busan, I cannot avoid um having to drive, to travel, to commute. So, okay, the president of Mexico wants BTS revenue from visitors, I'm sure. Okay, so and then even domestic travel spiked hard. So Seoul searches from Korea itself 190%. Busan searches from Korea itself is 3,855%. Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and other Asian regions showed thousands of percent increases for Busan alone. So everybody wants to go to the anniversary. You know, the one thing that's going to be tough is that is summer. So I told you about my experience about going to Korea during the summer. It was very hard on my body. So, and I'm older now. So I'm probably going to, I don't know, just drop dead, whatever, pass out. Okay. And then Brazil's Brand News FM reported that after BTS announced their Sao Paulo show, which will be in October, bus ticket searches to Sao Paulo jumped 600 times based on data from ClickBus. Okay, so I guess I am not familiar with the transportation system in Sao Paulo or going to Sao Paulo. I guess it's North America. I don't know. But 600,000, 600% the search for ClickBus, the route going to Sao Paulo. The UK's The Guardian highlighted the tour as a major economic event, with economists saying it could significantly impact city economies across North America, tourism, hotels, food retail, and everything. Okay, so this is actually one of the biggest issues during the pre-sale. Is this the right? I'm wondering. They said that normally when there is a concert, it affects the economic effect. So if a ticket is worth 100%, the economic effect is actually $300, something like that. Because aside from the ticket, if you're going to watch a concert, there's food, there's transportation, and if you're traveling to another city, at the very least, then you have hotel. Okay, so that in itself is a spike. So usually it's three times. But the average does not work for BTS. They're saying that when you talk BTS, you don't talk average. They set the higher bar. So in a range, if the range, for example, is anywhere between 2 times to 10 times, they will set the times 10 and times 11. So the average does not work for BTS. So if the average ticket price, for example, so let's just say they earned 1 million in a venue. This is just for the heck of it, 1 million in a venue. Usually the average economic impact would be 3 million for that city, right? But for BTS, it's usually times 10, times 11, times 12, because BTS has a greater pool. Okay. And they even said that the economic impact of BTS is actually greater than that of Taylor Swift. And this is no hate. You know, I never questioned the success of Taylor Swift and her influence. It's just that they have two separate markets, two different markets. And the market of BTS happens to be primarily, it's very close and it's very interesting. Their market is almost an equal split between 20s, 30s, and 40s, which also happens to be the three um, biggest spenders in the US, in the world, actually. So that's the segment that they are capturing. It's almost equal. A lot of people find it interesting. Many of the statisticians that I'm familiar with are puzzled that it's almost, because usually that it's almost equal. Because usually you always have one bracket that takes up the most market share. But here they said it's shocking that they are capturing 20s, because that means that these people, if they have known BTS for 10 years, they were in their tens when they learned about BTS, and they're still with BTS now. Okay, um so now the biggest spender is actually Gen X. So if you are in your late 30s, 40s, late 40s, that you're Gen X, that's the biggest spenders in the US, followed by those in their 30s, and then in their 20s. Because Gen X, they said, there you go. Gen X is considered the top spending demographic, basically because you're at the peak of your career. Many of the ones in Gen X, are their children are done with college, they're out of their houses, and so they're essentially thinking about themselves, and many of them actually own their own homes already. So basically their income is their income, right? The biggest spend will probably be healthcare. Okay, so the average annual expenditure of a Gen X is 83,357. Okay. And then next would be boomers 61 to 79, but they are a smaller bracket of the market share of BTS. And then the millennials, which is 29 to 44. So this group is the second highest in terms of total spending power, trailing closely behind Gen X, and represents a massive portion of the consumer market. So we know that BTS is capturing the two of the biggest spenders. Okay. The Gen X and then the millennials. Now, but why is their economic impact greater than that of Taylor Swift? Primarily because they attract regional audience. So people would actually follow them around. So it is not enough for one person to just watch them in their home city. They will travel to see them again. And when they travel, of course, you're more engaged in in the place that you are going to. Usually, the spend of a person when they go to a concert is limited to those that are directly related to their concert, to the thing that they went there for. So as I've said, if you're going to a concert, then you have food, hotel, and transportation. Those are your spend. But for BTS, they are this is the usual accommodation, food and beverage, transportation, and retail and merchandise. But for BTS, there is what they call the BTS pilgrimage, or what I call the BTS pilgrimage, because they also sell cultural sites and local attraction. So, for example, for those that I will be seeing and meeting in Seoul, the plan is to go to certain areas where BTS went, right? So we're gonna go to most likely the restaurant where they used to have their meal when they were trainees. We'll probably go to Han River, different places where they went. And when we go to those places, we're spending like for that restaurant where they usually have a meal. We're going to be eating there, and then we'll go to the third dormitory that has been converted into a restaurant and not a cafe. We're going to have coffee there. And then you go to Han River, we're going to be renting bikes, whatever. So it accumulates like all the cultural sites that are related to BTS or BTS is promoting. There is a second spend. They inspire you to spend. And so it's not just limited to the concert itself, but to the cultural experience around BTS. And that is the benefit of having a narrative. Because aside from the places they've been to, we're also looking at the places that their IPs have been into. The birthplace of BT21. Most likely, some of us are going to say, no, let's go to that as well. Let's go to that place where E21. I want to sit on that chair where they sat when they were creating that. I want to see that place. So that's the importance. So we also want to see all the filming sites of Wayang Yonhwa. I want to go to that swimming pool. I want to see where that train track is. I want to see that bus stop, all of those things. It all adds up to the experience, because it's not just that we're going to the concert, we're also going to do a pilgrimage. So there's transportation, food, merchandise, all of those things. If we're going to go to Busan, we most likely would want to go to the mural of Jimin and Jungkook. So, and that's a very good place to walk around in, and we're going to be buying some stuff. So, they inspire more spend. Okay, so this is a sample of a purple soul trip. So, if you buy this, they're going to make sure that you go around all of that area. Okay. Was the age split worldwide or just Goyang? That's just Goyang. That's just Goyang. Yes, also hotel sites and attractions, souvenir, food, drinks, taxis, bus, trains. Yeah, exactly. And then so each place that we visit. So for example, if we go to um just an example, if we go to Seoul, Korea for the concert, for the comeback concert, most likely we're going to be staying people are going to be staying one more week or at least several more days, right? Because you're thinking, I traveled 16 hours. I'm going to stay here for 4 days. No way. I'm going to stay here for a week, for 2 weeks. I'm going to make the most out of what I spent. And in return, you're going to be spending more. So that's where the difference lies. For Taylor Swift, what she inspires is the music. So you go there to watch the concert and that's it. And because she goes into many, many cities in the US, people don't feel the need to actually travel. And as I've said, the IP plays a huge part because we also consume things related to their IPs. Tiny Tan, BT21, Wayang Yonwa, all of these things, right? We want to be part, we want to get something from there. So in the end, most Western acts sell music, but BTS sells their culture. So you take part in their culture. You consume that, not just their music. And that is the big difference. That's why BTS's audience actually spends more. Okay. So, 700 watching today. Wow. Okay. Now, the new Mexican president revealed that she actually sent a diplomatic letter. A diplomatic letter to the Prime Minister of South Korea, asking that he tells BTS to do more concerts in Mexico. And I was telling my mom over lunch, I don't know if there's been any other act who has inspired the involvement of even the presidents of countries. I mean, the Busan local government is up on their feet, ensuring that they undo the damage that has been done by these hotels. The Seoul Commission is already moving to make sure that there is enough security for for their Gwanghwamun concert. Um, I don't know if there's any other act who have inspired this much involvement in such a high place in the government. So this is what she said. I'd like to address one last topic. So she was speaking from her podium, and she said that this group BTS is extremely popular among young women and men in Mexico. Their concerts are set for May. Correct? Nearly 1 million young people want to buy tickets, yet only 150,000 are available. So I spoke with the person in charge at Okesa, the company organizing the concerts, together with Alejandro Soberon. I asked whether there was any possibility to add more shows, and allegedly Soberon said, "Well, no, there's just three. I can't make them do more. They just scheduled for three, and that's about it." So he told me it simply cannot be done. There are only three dates, no more, and everyone wants the group to come. So that's what Soberon said to her. So she said that, therefore, I wrote a letter to the Prime Minister of Korea asking that BTS come to Mexico more often. I haven't yet received a reply, but we hope it will be positive, or at least that they will allow large public screens so we can find a way for young women and men who see this group as hugely popular worldwide and especially in Mexico to experience them. ¿Por qué? So, um, I was actually watching her talk, and I was like, "Oh my god, the only word that I understand in Spanish actually came clutch." Because I only understood por favor. I was like, "Oh, she's saying please." Okay, that's okay. This is PR and politics. She needs to solve the resellers problem, not send BTS more. True. True. She needs to solve that. Okay. BTS extends their record as first and only K-pop act to have a tour exceeding 2 million in attendance. They are now set to break because, as I've said, I've already did the math to you. Right now they are approaching, if not already crossed, 4 million. So I think if you at 4 million, if you put who has done tours. So they're the only act to have crossed two tours that crossed 2 million in attendance. And then they are, if for this tour, the first 44 dates that went on sale, they would, if who is the group that have done two world tours, stadium tours, K-pop group? Blackpink, I guess. So if you put together the attendance of Blackpink's first world tour, stadium tour, and second stadium tour, if you put those two together, BTS would have surpassed the number of tickets sold already. That's how big the tour is. They are now set to break their own record with Arirang World Tour, which is currently heading towards 4 million attendees, if not more. Stray Kids, no, I think they've done one world tour. Oh, sorry, not one world stadium tour. They've done several world tours, but stadium tours just one. 1 second. Sorry, I asked my mom to get my dog because he was he heard my friend. Okay, so they are now set to break their own record with Arirang World Tour, which is currently headed towards 4 million. Okay. And this is like, let me see. So I actually decided I was gonna, let me see if I actually uploaded. I was trying to upload the video. So this is I decided I was gonna just look at the venues and see if this is actually, so you were asking like how are they going to spin it and say that BTS didn't sell any ticket. It's very easy to spin it, and they will do this. So, so be ready with what they are about to see. But this is how it looks like right now. This I just screen recorded me going through each of the venues, because just checking if there's any ticket that I can buy in any venue on any date. And this was this morning. I was thinking like, oh, is there any venue here, any date that I can buy a ticket? And it's just everything is sold out. So I think they're going to resell some of the people are going to be reselling some of the tickets. So give it several days, and they're going to probably sell it again. And so this is how they're going to spin it. They're going to say that Big Hit bought all the tickets just to make it appear as if it is sold out, and then they're going to resell it. That's how they'll spin it. You regret not buying day two of Chicago, maybe in the resale. There you go. That's how they'll spin it. So once people reposted and resell their tickets on Ticketmaster, they're going to say it. Oh, you see, Big Hit just bought it. Big Hit just bought and they've done that before. They've done it for Wayang Yonwa album. When BTS outsold Big Bang, that's exactly what they said. It was a jeggy. It was Big Hit who actually bought all the albums, and then just to make it appear as if BTS sold more than Big Hit. They'll do it again. And the thing is, this is what I'm telling everybody. They know that what they're saying is not true. What they're trying to get is reaction from armies, because that is going to amplify their message and it's going to legitimize their message. When you respond to an issue, you're legitimizing the issue. That's what they will do. For as long as they can get any kind of reaction from army, mission accomplished for them. So the ticket wars were real. So I was just going through each of that. I think the only place I wasn't able to go to was the one in France, because I do not understand French. So it's like I don't know where to click. But everything else, it was just sold out. I saw some idiots saying that they didn't really sell all the stadiums, that it was a hoax by the fans. There you go. There you go. That's what they'll say. Ignore. Yeah. So don't engage. That's I've you know me. I've not changed my stance on these things. You respond to them. You are giving the power of the your currency. Your click is your currency. Your interaction is your currency. So you pay attention to them. You're giving them that value. So don't engage. Just let them talk. It's not going to change the fact that we're going to have a headache driving to the venue. um, so, what do they say about all the people in the seats that were paid to be there? Correct. They'll say that it's influencers. We're giving away tickets. You know, yeah. Ignore, block. Just don't pay attention to them. We're very happy right now. Um, some of us have anxiety because some of us didn't get the tickets that we wanted. I for sure still am trying to get a ticket for LA the last day. So just don't pay attention to them. Ignore, ignore. The struggle all these aunties have is real. They can't cope with 2025. BTS is going to be all about BTS. Oh, for sure. Um, it says that I disconnected. Am I still connected? Oh, this is interesting. Where did this come from? Okay. Yeah, I'm on Twitch. Just ignore other people's ignore other people's okay. So where is my slide? So that's just me going through all the venues trying to figure out where am I? Should I here? Here? Remove. Oh, there you go. Okay. Um oh, that's not it. Everything is acting so weird today. Okay, maybe I need to stop this and go back to my slide, which is supposed to be this. Ah, I know what happened. Okay, so I have one more thing on that slide, which I now lost. Okay, there you go. My daughter is not an army, but realized Jimin is BTS. She and my grandkids enjoy his music. Oh, really? Yes, it's glitchy, but eventually gets back. Ah, it's glitchy. There's something wrong with. Okay. So that's how they're going to invalidate the success of BTS. That's how they're going to invalidate this tour, and the numbers that BTS will produce doesn't change the truth. Yes. So just ignore them. The more you engage with them, more success they have. That's their gauge of success. Once their tweets and their posts go viral and their TikToks go viral, that's their success, because there's no other way for them to be successful. They cannot undo what BTS has done. So the only way they can get success is by you engaging with them. So block, okay? Block. Report and block. The press is busy attributing BTS's success to K-pop. Yeah, there's more ways to invalidate. Okay, so this is last thing. So this was like, it went around. I think some gossip websites actually published about the story of BTS not selling out um, s- uh, El Paso. I think this is El Paso, right? So why did it not sell out during pre-sale? Number one, they did not release all the tickets during pre-sale. We know that because a lot of us were still in queue during pre-sale and no more tickets. And then there were some that were released during general sale, but not a lot. Okay. But primarily, what happened during pre-sale was that, and we all know this, Big Hit actually asked us to choose only three locations. Only three locations. They asked us to choose three locations where we can actually buy tickets for pre-sales. You all know that. So I personally chose Vegas, of course, LA, and then Texas. Those are the three locations that I chose. Primarily because I thought, well, if I'm going to go to another city, I'm going to be going to a city where I know I can go to other places in. There's a place for me to stay. I kind of am familiar with the area and stuff. And Texas, I've been there several times. And then for Vegas, I'm so familiar with Vegas, and of course LA, because that's where I'm from. So now for the unpopular places like El Paso, Massachusetts, a lot of people did not click that as their option. So they couldn't, even when our army, because armies were actually advertising on X and Facebook. They were posting on X and Facebook and saying that there's still a lot of tickets on these areas, like in these cities, there's still a lot of tickets. And the thing is that we can't go because we didn't choose that for our pre-sale. So we had to wait. Armies who are now eager to just be able to snatch any kind of ticket that they can couldn't buy from these venues because they did not choose that for their pre-sale. You know, you're only allowed three. So during general sale is when armies realize, oh, there are a lot of tickets there. I'm going there. So they sold out. That's the explanation. So a lot of people were asking why were there a lot of tickets here? There were screenshots, tickets here, tickets there, and I said, well, we did not choose those places, and we were only allowed to do pre-selling during to the three places that we chose. So I had Big Hit not do that, then we probably would have gone the minute we saw someone going and posting those screenshots. We probably would go to Texas and just buy from there. So um we got VIP tickets, El Paso, day one. We chose LA, Vegas, and El Paso, Texas. Made the general say. The queue was over 60K for Sun Bowl. Yeah. Okay, so that's the reason, essentially. So, okay, so that is for my BTS. Oh, I'm just surprised that the albums are sold out on on Weavers, but I guess it's because they're pushing people to buy from their country, from their local stores. I guess that's the goal, and so they shut down Weavers, so you don't buy from Weavers and you just buy from ordinary countries from your local area. I wonder about that poll. Chose three cities when it's tough enough to buy tickets during the pre-sale. Um, all of them? Yes, all of them. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they did it that way. I don't know. I think that's the first time they've ever done that. If I remember correctly. The albums aren't sold out in Korean shipping if you scroll down. For Korean shipping, it's not scroll down. It's not sold out, she said. I tried to buy El Paso because I live there and Ticketmaster kept blocking me. You have to choose it on your pre-sale. Apparently that helped in Brussels too. People overlook that city, looking at bigger cities instead. Yeah, people are going to look at places if you're traveling to another state. You're going to look for places where there are other places for you to go. And LA, Vegas, New York and Chicago are the top choices because there's a lot of things that you can do there. And probably you already know somebody there. You can stay over at their house. So of course, everyone's gonna swarm those areas. It's not because no one wanted to buy from El Paso. Had other people chosen that area, or had they had the freedom to actually buy from that area, they would have. It would have sold out the same day, but we were asked to choose three. So, okay, next, let's do an update on Bang Shiok, unless you have other questions. We have two shows in Tampa, two shows in Suites in London, one show in Baltimore. Okay, so we have some available tickets, very few in Suites if you want. I think we have one suite available for the 27th in Vegas because someone wanted to back out just for health reasons. She's having, let's wish her the best, but she's having some health problems. So she can't go, like physically can't go. So she needs to let go of her ticket. If you want, it is a suite. It's the suite right in the middle, 100 level suite. So let me know if you're interested. And I think we have the 24th. I don't know if Amy is here. And then we have one more in Texas, right? If Bang Luna is still here. And then I think we have one more, just one ticket for LA, September 1. How much is that? Which one? One ticket. Okay, so for Texas, we have one ticket in Texas on the 15th. It's a suite. Okay, one for that. Then we have one ticket for Vegas on the 27th, which is a suite 100 level. And I think we have one ticket for May 28th, last day for Vegas, also 100 level. So let me know which one that you're interested in. And then I think LA is 1250. It's a suite for JK's birthday. 1250. Perch Suite. Perch. If you want to search Perch Suite, I think you're going to be led to like a post in TikTok or something. I'm interested in LV27. Okay. So you need to DM me or email me Walsey. So how do I show you? I'm doing live selling. Wait a minute. I'm thinking of how to actually show it to you. Let me see. Okay, so while we do that, let's do SoFi Suite are nice. It is for the 28th. Yes, we do have a 28. We do have LV for 28. Correct. We have one for LV 20 May 28. QVBTS. 1 second. I'll show you how it looks like. This is for the 28th, I think, and the 27th. We have one each. Ah, wait. I'll share first. Share this tab. Do you see it? No? Oh, here. What is my email address? I'll type it. Remove the spaces. Okay. That's the email address. Just remove the spaces. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to show you. Maybe this. Okay. So the suite in Vegas, this is how it looks like. Is there a way I can show the suite in Texas, Bang Luna? So this is how it looks like. This is the suite. Yeah. Okay. Email me for all the. I'll give you all the everyone. So we have one in Texas, at least one in Texas, several in Las Vegas. We have one or two in LA. And then we're working out one in Chicago. Um, yeah. But this one is nice. The Vegas suite that we got. I have to say. Okay. So just email me. I posted my email. Just remove the spaces. Okay. Let's go to Bang Shiyok. So far they haven't forwarded to prosecution. So in the last press conference of the police department, they said that they haven't done anything, that they haven't forwarded the case to the prosecution. They were asked if they lack manpower, and they said no, we don't lack manpower. We're just checking things, which they have been saying for about, I don't know, 5 months now. They've been in the last stage of this case, of their investigation, for 5 months now. So yeah, I think it's obvious what's happening. They just don't want to admit it. They don't have a case. And the reason they are so nervous is that this is the third time or second time that they're going to be forwarding it to the prosecution. The first time they forwarded it, it was denied by the prosecution. So they can't mess this up because of the noise that they've made for themselves. They created it for themselves. Had they not dragged this too long, had they not sensationalized this, they wouldn't be in this mess. Now, everyone is looking at them because they've been on this case for months. If he does not get indicted, they're done. They're done. Can he press charges? He can. However, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. There is the police has this very weird influence in South Korea. Like their authority that just, I think it will not do Hybe any good if he actually sues. They might, maybe, they might. I don't think. Okay, I guess the answer is traditionally they don't go after the police. They traditionally they don't go after the. Okay, so so we don't know when this is going to end. We don't know what's going to happen. The police is more than happy dipping their feet into all the concerts and whatever, but they can't get this case forwarded to the prosecution. Police have admitted that they are still struggling to investigate allegations of unfair trading practices against Bang Shi-yuk. At regular press conference held at the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency in Jongno, Seoul, on the 26th, they said we are currently reviewing the legal aspects and have not yet reached a conclusion after 5 freaking months of being in the final stages of their investigation. It seems like it will take time as the National Investigation Headquarters is reviewing it together with them. Okay. Does he have to pay lower bills? I know. Okay, I'm not supposed to do this. Uh there is another slide that I was supposed to present to you guys. Okay. Maybe this one. Oh, okay. There you go. So, okay, so there's no progress yet on his case. They I think at this stage they're stuck. They can't back out of it because they've sensationalized it so much, but they have nothing. So that's where they are at right now. Okay. So there for Danielle, they are going to they he she has appointed her own lawyer, which is a lawyer known for bashing Min Hee Jin, which I think in itself is a statement. I don't think it's necessarily her saying that she doesn't have any involvement with Min Hee Jin. It's just that I think she's establishing herself as an independent party. So she definitely wants to pursue her career, right? Because she's not tied to Adore anymore. So she can actually work. Adore is not gonna go after her. They terminated her contract. So that gives her the freedom to work on her own. Now, the thing that she needs to work on is trust. She needs brands to trust her. She needs to be seen as independent, cannot be manipulated by anybody, and she needs to clean up her image. And I think at this stage, she realized that whatever happened, everything that she said in the past actually tarnished her image, whether she likes it or not. Even if people think that, for whatever reason, her image has been tarnished, for her brands to want to work with her, continue working with her, or get new brands, she needs to clean up her image. And if she continues attaching herself to Min Hee Jin, that's not going to clean up. And so I think what she's trying to do is professionally put a distance between her and Min Hee Jin so that brands and other production companies and other projects will see her as an independent artist, not as one of the girls that was connected to Min Hee Jin and got kicked out by New Jeans or Adore. I think that is her purpose. That's why she got this law firm or this lawyer. Okay, now, as you know, Min Hee Jin submitted a petition to get another person involved in the case. Basically, what she's saying is that get this person here in this case because this person is also involved in the case. Okay, that's what she's saying. Now, both Danielle and Adore rejected that. They said no, that can't he can't join this case. So a lot of people were very very curious who that guy is. So Park XX allegedly is the person that used to work for Adore who encouraged Omega to sign a contract with Danielle directly. That's him. He was the one who facilitated the contract of Omega and Danielle without the approval of Adore. So if you would remember, Adore said before that they found out that there is a staff in Adore that's trying to get the work brand deals directly to the girls. So that's him. Okay. So, but they filed both Danielle and Adore actually objected to that. Now, what they did was Mr. Park, this guy, just by himself actually filed a petition to become an independent party. So he is not going to join Min Hee Jin. he's going to be another party in this case. That's his petition. So we're going to see if the court is going to approve it. They said that the court already did, but let's see. So he currently appears on the docket as an independent intervener, yet the court may still deny the intervention or dismiss the action at a later stage. We're not going to know until much later. Okay. Um okay, next. Um so this is what happened. Min Hee Jin said when the Omega deal happened, she denied it. She said it has nothing to do with me. But then Mr. Park, this guy, said that he was the one who actually arranged the deal because Danielle instructed him to do so. So he said that no one else asked him to push that deal except for Danielle. And that is why Danielle actually rejected the petition. So it seems that this guy, Mr. Park, is positioning herself or himself to the side of Min Hee Jin because he already absolved Min Hee Jin. So he is going to go against Danielle. And I think that is why Danielle rejected the petition because it's going to put her into even more trouble. Okay. All right. So that's Min Hee Jin, your favorite picture. There was just this fun, super fun thread. It was just, this was made for fun. Okay, this was really made for fun. It was just this, I guess, guy who or girl who was so happy because she got tickets for the concert. And in her happiness, she decided to do a thread. You know how New Jeans fans like accusing everybody of copying New Jeans, right? Like anything that they say is like New Jeans, original New Jeans, New Jeans, New Jeans this, New Jeans that. I guess that's their only way of keeping the name alive. And so this guy actually what this guy did was get get references from older. I'm just gonna show one because I don't wanna it was just funny to me. So he said let's like what he said was what he did was look for other references, other aesthetics or sound from groups from the past and showed similarities of New Jeans. And then he said, "Oh, New Jeans is copying this. New Jeans is copying that." And like uh, like this part, as you know, it was actually BTS who first performed here in front of the Gyeongbokgung Palace, and it was for a performance. And so he said that after that, so this was like I don't know, 5 years ago, 20 during the pandemic, and then New Jeans actually did it. So it's like so New Jeans copied them. And then he did several more others. It's just for fun. He wasn't serious, but I was just like, I wanted to share it. So you can just go look for the thread if you want. It was, but he wasn't serious. It's just like, he really was just having fun. Okay, another update. As so Lee Sooman is finally back. So what happened was that he signed when he sold the stocks, his shares in SM Entertainment to Hybe. He had a 3-year non-compete clause in his contract, so he couldn't do anything in South Korea. Okay, he couldn't put up his own agency and whatever, and in other countries as well. The only exception is China. So he was able to actually launch a group in China, and they were pretty successful. This is the group. So they were 820, I think is the name of the I can't remember, but they're pretty successful in China. You emailed Bicro Cosmos. I emailed you about 91 spot. Okay. So so they're pretty successful in China, but his 3 years non-compete is about to expire and he's already making his move in South Korea. So he's pretty smart. I'm sure he's not going to attempt anything up to the last day of that of that non-compete. But after that non-compete is done, then no one can actually stop him. So he's been, as I've said, he's been doing well. This group has been doing well in China, which is only proof that he still got it. You know, I know that a lot of people hate this guy for whatever reason. You know, I don't have the DNA in me to just hate on people. I mean, he's no saint, but he's definitely contributed to K-pop. So that I definitely have admitted. He's very, very smart. So let's see what he's going to do. But I am personally looking forward to it. I do think that one of the things that he struggled with in the latter years of SM Entertainment is catching up with new trends. He's a little older, not a little older. He is older, way older than many of the producers and CEOs of other companies. And so, of course, with that is the experience and the classics, classic taste and whatever. And I think he kind of struggled to keep up with how he can freshen up his roster. Um, he had the right ideas. He didn't have the right execution. I do think that the concept of ESPA. I know that you know that I like ESPA. I think the concept of ESPA was pretty good. It's just that the execution is where he fell short. But let's see what he's going to do now. He's had 3 years of rest. He probably did a lot of research, made a lot of studies, and let's see if he can actually still put himself back in the game. But everyone is watching, including me. He basically created this whole K-pop system, right? And I think it's useless to deny it because that's true. So let's see what's going to happen. But that's essentially what the marketing is happening now. The pre-marketing is happening now. A lot of chatter about him being back, preparing to be back. He's had some success with this group, and then he's going to launch a boy group as well. Let's see what is going to be, what's going to happen. Okay, so 820 May, I guess, is the name of the group. And then he's going to launch a boy group as well very soon. But it probably not in China. Now, SM Entertainment, after, well, actually, before the announcement that Lee Sooman is going to be back, SM Entertainment also announced that they are restructuring. So they're doing another restructuring of the company, and this time they're calling it SM 3.0. Okay, SM 3.0. And that's basically them sort of restructuring the way that they do business, the different concentrations um, of the business, the different concentrations, the different departments or different industries that they will be concentrating on. And this is going to be very, very familiar to you. So these are the new things that they will concentrate on: multi creative system, advancing A&R infrastructure, enhancing artist care, and fan experience. Okay. Multi creative system. Next is IP business strategy, global expansion strategy, and leveraging AI and investment strategy. Do you know what company actually started all of this? That they started bashing, and now everyone is doing that. Okay. So the multi creative system is basically them saying they're just not going to concentrate on music, but they're also going to concentrate on narratives, um, drama. So essentially, the groups and the idols are still the heart of the company, but they're going to start expanding to different businesses. Mhm. Okay. So advancing A&R infrastructure. So they're actually, so essentially advancing A&R infrastructure is just working with other agencies, with other labels in Korea and other countries so that they can learn from the agency, and the agency also, or the label also learn from them. Okay. And then for the artist care and fan experience, they said that they want to create a platform where fans can actually connect with their idols. That's going to be the first point of entry when it comes to interacting with the idols, when it comes to buying merch, when it comes to posting messages, getting information. Sounds familiar? Okay. All right. Part two, IP business strategy. So they're planning to hype up their IPs, not just the songs, but also the characters that their artists create, the merch that they create. Okay. Global expansion strategy. So they said that they are going to finally build on they have if you ever come to Koreatown in LA, they actually have a lot here in Koreatown. So, and it's been there for a long time. It's SM Town. They haven't done anything with it, but they said that they want to start working on that. And then leveraging AI and investment strategy, AI and investment strategy. So those are the things that they're going to be concentrating on. Now, okay, so you know what I'm implying. I don't have to spell it out. It's basically the platform, it's basically the structure of Hype. And okay, so jokes aside, it is good. I think it's going to, at the end of the day, the ones that are going to benefit the most will be the artists under SM Entertainment. And I think it is high time that their artists get this kind of advancement when it comes to their career. For so long, they've been limited to Korea, Japan, and certain parts of Asia. And they either release an album or they tour. I think expanding to things like this will allow them more revenues of income. And that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And that's a good move. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. Um, I just hope that they execute it well. And at the end of the day, let's remember that just 3 years ago, Hybe was getting bashed for getting into this kind of businesses, IP, AI, platform. Everyone is talking about this is BS and whatever. And now people are actually, other agencies are actually doing it. But as I've said, it's a free market. If it at the end of the day it benefits the artist, they should definitely push through with it. Okay. There are some talks that Boa is going to join Isuman, but no concrete step yet. No one knows yet for sure. Okay. The Prime Minister Kim Min Sok released a statement after visiting Hybe, and a lot of people just noticed that he did not mention New Jeans. But it was nothing. It's just he didn't just fun. Fun observation from a lot of people. And also just a reminder that this is how they were packaging Super M when Super M was trying to break into the US. So just like everybody else, they did utilize the name of BTS in every press release. It's the next BTS. It's better than BTS, bigger than BTS, joining BTS. Nothing new. This is how they do their releases, their statements, how they plant these conversations online. It's always about BTS, similar to the BTS, surpassing BTS, just like BTS, joining BTS, better than BTS, the next BTS. BTS is done. This is the next thing. All BTS. I heard the rabid rodents were bashing the PM for going to Hybe. Yes. 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 Okay. So I think that's it for today. I will stay on for 5 minutes just for those that are curious about. I'm getting a lot of messages curious about the suites that we got and the suites that we still have spaces for. So I'll stay for 5 minutes just to show you those suites. But basically, for the live stream, for our regular programming, that's over. So Luminate will have to be done. It's a good one. I really wanted to discuss that today, but I'll do the Luminate next on Wednesday. But that's it for the live stream. But if you want to see the suites that we have available, you can stay for 5 more minutes. I'll show that to you. For everybody else, bye. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, I'll show the the suite. So Bang Luna, if you want to send me on Patreon, if you want to send me the link where I can show them the how the suite looks like in Texas. Okay, so all right, so this is the LA one. 1 second. Bye, bye, Hanako Grace. Okay, so this is one of the suites that we have. This is the 100 level. We only have one left, I think, for 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 the 27th. I believe we only have one left, maybe two. But for this specific one, so there are a lot of suites that we have, but the this suite we only have one left. It's just that the girl that was supposed to go got sick. So, will you be sending out the suite tickets for Vegas May 23rd? Yes, I will. I will. Yes. Okay. So this for the 27th, I think we had just one, probably two, but for sure one. So let me know if you're interested in that. And then we have another suite which is on the 200 level. I'm thinking of how to show that to you. Give me 1 second, okay? I have so many email like here. We have I think two more of this. Share this tab. You see it? This is the lodge or lodge, whatever. This one, if you have two, I need two, please just email me. Email me. So I'm just going to show you this. So this is the lodge. So this is kind of like, so this is wider, and then you have the seats are wider. The place is wider, basically. So this is the lodge. You're right in front of the suite there. So, if you have mobility issues or if you're sensitive, like health wise, this is a good spot for you. So this is the lodge. And then we have suites on the 200s as well. Um, how do I show that to you? Okay, 1 second. Let me see. I have so many tabs open. Okay, let me see. I'm not seeing your comments. Okay, there you go. I don't know if ever I got in the lodge. Send you the link on Patreon DM. Patreon. Okay. Okay, so this is for Texas. If anybody's interested in Texas. Okay. Oh, no pictures? How do you see the pictures? Suite rental. Where do I click? Single event suite rental. Oh, there you go. Okay. So which one here? 18, 25? Where's Bang Luna? This is Allegiant. This is Allegiant. So right now what you're seeing is one of the suites in Allegiant. So this is the lodge. And then the other one that I showed was this one. This is the 100 level suite, also in Allegiant. This is Texas. But I want to know, where's Bang Luna? What? Sent you the link on Patreon. 18 seats. Okay, 18. So this one. Okay, so that's how it looks like. There's seats in front. So you have a room for all the suites. You have a room where you can chit chat before the show. There's food sometimes, and then a certain number of tickets would have and then you have a seat in front, and then you have bar stools, and then usually when they say SRO, it's you're just gonna have to pull the chairs because there are chairs inside, and you just pull it so that you have somewhere to sit. Okay, there is food in Texas, she said. Can you show East 2033? Is this East 2033? I'm assuming that you're talking about Allegiant. Am I right? Okay, so you want to see reset view or back. Okay. East 2033. Okay, so East 2033. That's one suite that you have. Okay, so that's one. How many do we have there? I don't like you call this like I don't know everything in every suite because I've told you a lot of the people that are taking a lead on this, they just really volunteered, and very very thankful for that. So we have a suite that's available here. Oh no, here. So this is also Allegiant. uh, back. And I think we have some. I think we have one free here. Okay, so that we have one or two free on this suite. Do you have? We're trying to get to Chicago. Chicago's super cheap, so I'm helping Chicago people next to get their suite in order. How much is Vegas? It's different from every. So just email me. It's different. There's like 1100. It's different. One almost like just a little over a grand. It's really different from each. And then yeah, it's different. So there's a lot. I'll just give you the pricing for that. So most of this they have food already included. You have VIP entrance. There's parking as well, VIP parking. You have access to the suite an hour, 2 hours in advance. How do I contact you about Vegas for the 27th? What is your email address? Okay, so info. I'll type it. Just remove the spaces because if I write it without spaces, I'm going to be inundated with spam mail. So that's the email. Just remove the spaces and then send it to me. Now, we don't have a lot. As you know, people were scrambling to get the suites because of the ticket because they couldn't get tickets. The only reason the seats are free primarily because some people got sick. It's unavoidable circumstance. Like the one in the very first suite that I showed you in the 100 level, she really didn't want to let go of it. It's just that her health is not good. Like she physically can't go because of health reasons. And I can't disclose the health reason, obviously. So so she was actually crying that she couldn't go, but this just physically can't. What can you do? That's the only reason we got one free. So let me know so that I can get that to you. If you have any tickets in one, I will take for Las Vegas, Los Angeles. You're gonna have to email me. um, W 12 seats for Allegiant cost 1400. Okay, so just email me. I don't think we can do it here. I can't say, okay, you got it. It's not a live selling. I don't have live selling skills. So, but these are good ones. Now, for the I know that some people are going to ask about the perch suite that we got. Um, SoFi. I actually saw a better view of what it looks like. Um, from a TikTok post on what a perch suite actually looks like. So here, wait, let me. So this is how a perch suite looks like. What we This is what we have for I can't okay. So I this is what we have for Vegas. Sorry, not Vegas, but for one of the two suites that we got for LA. So it's a perch suite. There are seats inside that you can pull. Um yeah. Okay. Any other question? What's the email? Okay. I'll paste it again. 1 second. Bang Luna is off. Um so just remove the spaces. Just remove the spaces because if I don't, then I'm going to be inundated with spam mail. So that's the email. Email me. I will go walk my dog. And then I'll get to my emails. And then I'll be sending the tickets for the next batch on the 20. The next batch that I'll be sending the tickets for will be for the suites on the 24th. Tampa, Amy, are you here? Amy is the one that's are you here, Amy? Fairlane, make a list of what's available for next Monday. That might help. I will. Okay. All right. I mean, if you want, like, if we have enough people for the 28th, maybe I can get a suite, but it has to be enough people. Um, it says invalid email. Why will it be? Everybody emails me there. um, what email can I give you? I you have to remove the spaces. Some people here just email me there. You forgot the info. See, I'm already getting. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 email. So it's definitely working. Try again. They're sending me emails. No space with email. Yeah, no space. Okay, Makaya said went through just fine for her. Okay, so I mean, usually I don't know if I have enough for all of you, but I definitely will try. I know that we have some people, we have some that, as I've said, just couldn't go because of emergency and whatever. Um, okay. You I might need another suite. Oh no. Okay. You found your niche. Go all out. All right. So I will see you all guys. Just if I guess if someone can help Martha go to our page or DM me on any of the social media links, Asian EAC on X, or and then you can also find me on Instagram. Okay. Sinri said, I have hope for one ticket. Okay. Okay. So I'll see you next time. I'll see you Wednesday. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bye.